Good morning.
Morning. Gonna make some coffee.
You have a Keurig. I think it comes with this, or at least ours did. It's a reusable K-Cup, much more environmentally friendly, and you just have to grind your own coffee. Or you could just buy already ground coffee, fill it, then you pop it in. Oh, sorry, it's hard to do looking at the camera. And then that's it. You just do it as you normally would, and you got coffee. I know this isn't gonna happen with everyone, but I just wanted to share. So we got, well, not specifically the coffee, but we have this coffee, Highline coffee from New York, and Highline, if you guys know what that is, then they name all of their coffee after like spots in New York. It's pretty cool. We just tried it recently and it's really freaking good. But I wanted to show you. We actually, this grinder, I mean, I don't know how good of a grinder this is. The brand is Krups. My mom found this at a garage sale for like $5 or something, which was really freaking cool. I just wanted to share because garage sales, you can get a lot of cool stuff. Sometimes you gotta dig, but totally worth it.
I just sprayed myself in the face with the hose by accident.
Good morning.
That woke me up.
I'll link a similar coffee grinder down below, but I highly encourage you, again, to grind your own coffee and to get a reusable K-Cup. Another thing is, my brother's a coffee snob, and he always used to tell me to grind my own coffee and then like to buy beans and then grind my coffee before drinking it. But I always thought that I was like, you are too much, blah, blah, blah. But it really makes a difference. So much more fresh, and I don't know, I think coffee tastes so much better. Am I crazy, Chris?
No.
He's not. I mean, I'm not.
I love a good cup of coffee.
Coffee. Oh, I gotta fill up another K-Cup. Then our favorite, I mean, this is one of the favorite parts of my day, honestly, having some coffee. But we make homemade almond milk and it makes it so freaking good. I highly recommend you do it. And it's so thick and creamy, so it's like a homemade creamer. Alright, so wish I got that on camera, but we're gonna start our day, go to the gym, have a good time, whatever. And I don't know what the hell just happened, but Chris picked up his coffee and he went to go get napkins now, but he spilled all over himself. This is like all filled with coffee right now. They're not open? No. There he is. Shit. Okay, we're back. We're on our way to the gym now.
Car's clean. Not having the best day so far. Sprayed myself in the face with the hose upon turning it on. I spilled coffee all over my car, but that will not make today a bad day.
Today, what is it? It's a good day to have a good day.
It's always a good day. Have a good day. Despite the hardships I've faced so far. Not really hardships at all. But it's gonna be a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen.
Just a little bit more just a little bit more
Too lazy to use a knife.
Hi guys.
I'm starving.
Slouch here. So we wanted to do another video installment for our how to go vegan series on our channel, and something that we wanted to discuss is dairy. But we didn't want to do just a sit down video and talk about its few facts at you guys, because we feel like that's boring, and we wanted to make it more interactive, and we wanted to show you guys exactly how to live dairy free, why we're living a dairy free life, and
how easy and delicious it can be.
Yeah.
Also.
And so our breakfast today, you want to talk about our breakfast?
Sure, we have homemade bagels. We whipped up bagels the other day. they're bomb, and we made a cashew cream cheese, which was super easy to make, and we've been enjoying it for the past like 5 days, and we just finished the container this morning.
So good. It's so much cheaper than alternatives you can buy in the store, but there are alternatives at the store, a lot of stores.
And it's basically just mixing cashews with a probiotic, yeah.
And letting it ferment. Yeah, so if you guys don't have cream cheese in your area, vegan cream cheese, this is a great alternative, and I think it tastes a lot better.
The recipe will be up on the blog.
Yeah, we'll link it down below. It should be out when this video comes out. And something I also wanted to mention is excuse me, we wanted to just talk about why dairy is bad, why we avoid dairy, why you should consider avoiding dairy if you're not vegan.
First I need to take a bite.
Oh yeah, go for it. And I also wanted to just talk about what we're doing in this video. So we wanted to show our breakfast, show an example of like a non-dairy alternative, which we made. And then we actually are gonna take you guys to the store and show you guys some vegan cheeses that are available, dairy-free cheeses. And we also are going to make a cheese recipe because we know that not all these alternatives are available for everyone. So we want to make this accessible and approachable for everyone. So we're going to incorporate a vegan cheese in breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. Doesn't sound like a bad day.
I love it. And I want to start off by saying cheese was one of the most difficult things for me to give up. I was vegetarian before I was vegan, but then I quickly realized how hypocritical it was that I went vegan or went vegetarian for the animals, but I was still consuming dairy and eggs, because arguably the dairy industry is more cruel than the meat industry.
Mm-hmm. I just want to add, how many times have you heard someone say that? Like, it's so hard to give up dairy. That was the last thing I can give up, blah, blah, blah. I would be vegan, but cheese, you know?
Totally.
But that's why we're here. This is why we're doing what we're doing, and why we want to be like the source of information and the guide to people who are not vegan, who are looking into going vegan. Because it is difficult. I struggled too. It was really hard for me to give up dairy too. But you can do it.
It's easy. But to put things into perspective, life for a dairy cow essentially is having them forcefully impregnated. They have their calf. They take that calf away within a day of it being born, because that milk, which is intended for them, they're gonna pump that and sell it to humans, which it's really crazy if you think about it.
They put them on these like pump machines and just stand there all day. It's like milking them. It's really unnatural.
And the average lifespan of a cow is around 20 years, and they kill them after about 5 years. So dairy cows eventually get sent to slaughter and are turned into beef or whatever it might be. But if you do drink milk or eat cheese or anything, you are supporting that industry. So it's just something to keep in mind if you are a vegetarian for the animals like I was and you still consume those things.
Yeah, just more details on that. Like, they're artificially inseminated, and the farmers actually have to extract semen from the bulls. You just want to imagine that in your mind. It is exactly what you're imagining. And then they have to stick their arms like up the cow's butt.
Eating.
They like, it's really sad. It's terrible. It's really unnatural. Yeah, and then it has been shown that cows mourn the loss of their babies for days or weeks, and
think about it, if you had your babies.
It's such a sad life. Yeah, constantly. Like, imagine just having a bunch of babies and that you can never spend time with your babies. They're just immediately taken away from you.
It's really sad.
And you have no idea what happened.
And then in turn, that's how the veal industry is perpetuated, because male calves they immediately bring to veal farms, and they're turned into veal, which is a sick practice to begin with, and then it's so sad.
Yeah.
Like eating a baby cow.
We're also the only species that consumes the milk of another species. Like,
Think about that.
Yeah, just how
You wouldn't drink dog's milk. You wouldn't drink cat milk.
If you have a baby and you start producing milk, like, it's like the perfect formula for your child. And that's exactly what milk is for cows and calves. It's the perfect formula for a calf, not humans. And then another thing is what comes along with milk and dairy is there's other things that are added to it, like steroids, hormones that like are in the cow. What else? I wrote down a bunch of things so I don't forget anything, but like antibiotics, preservatives, medicines, fertilizers, fungicides. There's so many different things. And then on top of that, a certain percentage of pus from the cow is allowed in the milk, which is ugh.
Really gross.
Yeah.
One thing that is very interesting is that around 70% of the population is lactose intolerant, so they can't even consume dairy because it's not natural. But I know a lot of people who are lactose intolerant and will still consume cheese, and I guess just
they're just dealing with it. It's a myth that you need to consume dairy for healthy bones. It's actually been shown that consuming dairy has a negative effect on your bones, and the calcium is not bioavailable or as bioavailable as the calcium that comes from plants. So you're actually not helping your body out, and you're not getting as much calcium as you think you're getting if you're consuming dairy for calcium.
Yeah, your body doesn't absorb calcium from milk the same way it would from a plant.
And also dairy is acid forming, so apparently minerals and vitamins or things are leached from your bones, so it's having a negative effect on your body. So
and it's inflammatory.
Very inflammatory. And then next up, it has been proven that casein is a carcinogen. Dr. T. Colin Campbell has the book The China Study? Yeah, and he found that casein was a carcinogen. So
I'm gonna be honest, with all the alternatives, almond milk, cashew milk, soy milk, rice milk, flax milk, I can go on. We don't need dairy. Oat milk, my God.
And if they're not available in your area, you can order them online.
But I've never been to a grocery store where there hasn't been a dairy-free alternative.
It's true. And we've like traveled in the middle of nowhere.
We were in Utah where it was very desolate.
Very.
We were still able to find that there, so it should be pretty accessible.
Plant-based milks, cheeses, all dairy alternatives.
Good. When I first went vegan, the vegan cheeses were not that good, but now I'm pleasantly surprised and impressed with how tasty they are. So
yeah,
if you haven't given them a try, or if you've had them in the past and were like, this is gross, try it again.
Yeah, there's other options.
Follow Your Heart has great cheese. Field Roast has great cheese.
There are some weird cheeses out there that are vegan, I must say.
That's true.
You just gotta give it another try.
Oh my God.
And look up taste tests online. That's why we do these things, because we try it for you, so you don't have to go through that. Like,
we actually have a vegan cheese taste test.
We do. I'll link that down below. Lastly, just want to add, a lot of people avoid dairy for skin problems, acne and other skin problems, but I like, maybe it's because there's like all the pus in it and it's inflammatory.
The hormones.
Yeah, so I don't know. We just wanted to just throw out a little few little facts to you guys.
Bottom line, ditch dairy, guys. There's so much better stuff out there. Cashew cream cheese, Kite Hill cream cheese, Miyoko's cream cheese.
Homemade.
My God.
Yeah, so we are going to continue eating this, and then
I got a meeting for work, and then
we'll take you guys to the store and look at the vegan options, and we'll share with you guys our favorites and what we like to do with them. So
let's party. So we're at our local grocery store. We wanted to share the plethora of vegan options that we have. So we have our Miyoko's here. This is a little fancier cheese. Got a garlic herb, sun-dried tomato, double cream chive. On their website they have a whole bunch more. If you're looking for some slices, definitely recommend the chow cheese. These are also good. We're getting there. It's pretty good. This is probably more accessible at a lot of places. You want to be careful for these because these aren't vegan. They have casein in them. They're technically dairy-free, but not really at the same time, so avoid that.
One of our favorites is Follow Your Heart. It's really good for sandwiches, and they also have shreds that go well on top of like enchiladas, nachos, anywhere you would need a cheese shred. And then we have Kite Hill cream cheese, which is one of our favorite cream cheeses. There's also Tofutti cream cheese, which I think is a little more accessible to people. They also have that at Trader Joe's, I believe.
And it's more affordable.
Yeah. Kite Hill's quite expensive, but it is really good. But like we mentioned earlier, you guys can make your own cream cheese at home. And then we have this Honest Dan cheese. It's actually a potato cashew cheese, and this is a newer product. It's not available at all stores, but we found it here. I know they have it at Whole Foods, so maybe they'll have it at your local market. And then next up we have some vegan Parmesan, which is, I think, relatively common in grocery stores. Just regular powdered Parmesan cheese that you can use on top of pasta, salads, I guess, wherever you use Parmesan. So lastly, this is actually what we are getting today. We go with mozzarella. We don't purchase this product that often because it's a little expensive, but it is definitely something that you can buy to impress your friends and family if they're not vegan, and it's really good. It's the best mozzarella I've tried. I think Chris can agree. And we're actually going to be making pizza tonight and putting that on it because it melts perfectly. So yeah, that's all for our little grocery store run. Trying not to shake these. We got some kombuchas at the store, and my favorite healthy flavor is the original, and Chris's, is this your favorite? Mm-hmm. Is ginger lemon. So if you guys ever try this brand, or have not actually, these are what we recommend. What is it? Where did this dance? Okay, Chris is like, I gotta eat it. Wait, it's not focusing. Chris is like, I need a snack. It has to be cheesy. So, Beanfields nacho chips, vegan.
It says the 6 servings. This is 1 serving.
So I am currently prepping. I am actually making a recipe for today's video and also a recipe for the blog today. For this video, we're making our vegan mac and cheese for lunch. And we just recently put this recipe out on our blog, but we didn't put together a video for it. So I might as well just make that for you guys today. And then the second recipe is our enchilada casserole. If you guys watched our dollar store challenge, we made an enchilada casserole and a vegan crunch wrap, and we decided we wanted to make proper recipes for those for the blog because they were so good. So yeah, that's what's happening now. Chris had to go back to the store because I always do this. I need to have him double check my list before we go. I forgot to get tortillas for the casserole because it's freaking enchiladas. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I'll link the recipe for the mac and cheese down below. I'm not sure when the enchilada casserole is coming out. We haven't nailed it down yet in terms of like the date for the blog launch. So if that isn't out, I'll put the recipe down below. But if it is out, I'll put the link down below. Yeah. I also wanted to share, I'm currently cutting up some onions and garlic, and I have leftover skins and like scraps. And we keep this bag in the freezer. It's our veggie scraps bag for veggie broth. And so I'm just gonna be putting all these in there. And I've mentioned this before, but if you're new to our channel, homemade vegetable broth is something that we make relatively often. It's not all the time, but it's basically when the bag fills up. And it's super cheap. It's a really good way to get more out of your money by using up scraps and things that you would otherwise throw away or compost. So, I don't know, I just wanted to throw that in there. And we have a recipe, I'll say this again, I'll link it down below if you guys want to check it out. Also snacking on cherries. Got these at Winco. They're so good. It's not focusing. There you go. Baby, nooch, come on now.
So beautiful.
So it is nice and crispy on the outside, super creamy, dreamy on the inside. I just served up some for Chris and I. So if you are allergic to cashews, there are a bunch of cashew-free, nut-free, vegan cheeses online. I've seen people make just like a simple potato carrot cheese, or you can make a tofu cheese. There's a lot of different options. So I wouldn't be discouraged, or just Google it, and I'm sure someone has made something of that sort. We're gonna dig into this, and then we're going to make another cheese recipe for dinner. The all cheese day that we're doing is great. I'm loving every second of it, especially because an excuse to make this, I'm down for it. So we eat this, and then I'll pop in soon. Here is a little behind the scenes of the casserole I mentioned to you guys. So got our filling, and then I have a station set up here where I'm dipping the tortillas in and then putting it in there. I have our cheese sauce here. I have our cilantro here, and we're just doing a step-by-step tutorial for the blog. Making us
Pizza time. What's a day without pizza, am I right?
We got our not homemade crust because we were lazy, but you can make it yourself if you want.
Link that recipe down below.
I have a lot of recipes linked down below for you guys today.
I'm no professional. I used to deliver pizza. I never made pizza. But I think I'm getting a little better at it.
Alright, resorted to the rolling
Decided
pin.
to go for it. Caitlin's rolling pin, by the way, for those who are curious. We going half and half here. Half red, half pesto. The magical ingredient. We got our Miyokos that we bought earlier. So one tip, if you want to get your Miyoko's cheese to crumble for pizza, so basically you would freeze the block, let it defrost, and then after that it gets really crumbly. So you can spread it along the pizza so it melts really nice. But we didn't do that.
Really, really tasty. Dang, that is a thick slice, babe. Ooh, basil.
Mmm. So now we're putting Follow Your Heart mozzarella shreds on the second half.
We actually already had this and we need to use it up, so we decided this is the perfect time. Cheese video.
Here we go. Little. Mmm. Smells so good. I think basil is my favorite herb, besides dill. Alright, time for the oven.
Ooh. That looks so good. Oh my god, it smells amazing. What is that? Can I see? Mm-hmm. Oh, Chris got... Oh. There you go. Vegetarian Express Parmesan. Oh, is that why you were saying it like that? Mm-hmm. Sprinkles. So it's more cheese. What's in here? Is there nooch in here? So this is actually a cashew-free cheese, or a Parmesan cheese. I don't know if that matters to anyone if you're allergic, but yeah.
This white pizza?
The white pizza? Pesto pizza. Isn't white pizza like Alfredo? Oh no, you're Italian. Last thing I'm going to eat. Caitlin made some bars. These are from the Vegan Yak Attack on the Go cookbook. I don't know when this is gonna be on her blog, but if it's up when we post this, I'll link it below. If it's not, it'll be on her blog soon. Yeah, so I'm gonna have, oh, okay. Probably half of one, it just broke, so. It's about, ooh, my camera's gonna die. About that time, we're gonna go to bed. Thank you guys for joining along. We had a fun, cheesy day.
Super cheese.
Super cheese. I hope you guys got some
Pizza.
recipe ideas, and I hope you guys learned from this video regarding dairy and why you should avoid dairy if you're not vegan yet.
I just realized we had pizza, bagels, and mac and cheese. What a good day.
Yeah. Also,
sorry, what were you saying?
You were saying
important things.
I just wanted to mention, like, this isn't a typical day of eating for us, but we wanted to make it fun and informative for you guys. I can like see you on the screen. So, I don't know, I enjoyed it. Really good food. We have leftovers for days.
Go vegan if you're
Except
not
for the
already.
pizza. Love you. See you soon. Bye.